infrastructure needs to keep the pace with the development of electric vehicles. But the truth is at the moment the situation is opposite. So we have infrastructure which is built even before the number of electric vehicles are coming. So countries of Eastern Europe, including Poland, including Slovakia, the countries where we operate, at the moment they have more chargers per one vehicle or less vehicle per one charger than in countries in Western Europe. AFIR is a great regulation because it recognizes the importance of the charging infrastructure for the rollout of ecological transportation. Obviously, that's something which we need to think in the future, because in the future, when the number of cars will increase, we'll have to invest into the public infrastructure. And we need to do it very, very well in advance because we know that it takes time. One of the reasons why it takes so long is generally there are a number of challenges which we are to face, and probably the one, if I should select the only one to mention, and that's the grid connections. We are the industry which needs a large number of new locations with high power, which put the pressure on the system. So if we are not going to solve it, we are not going to face it, bring the new processes into that system, which brings the connection faster, then generally the electrification of the transport is threatened, and we may happen that we will not achieve what we want to achieve with that. The heavy-duty vehicles is a very important topic for Poland, taking into account how important this industry is, and electrification of the heavy-duty trucks is extremely important here. But we need to admit, electric trucks will need even higher power connection. So these things which we are facing now in passenger cars will be only bigger in trucks. So my recommendation is always the same. Just let's try to fast-track via regulation and via new legislation the grid connection process. Polish government or public bodies are generally very well in listening. So I have to admit that maybe even best than in all other countries we are operating. So we are able to voice our concern, we are able to discuss, we are able to put on the table our proposals. What we just need is to faster execution and to be forced and fast-track certain legislation and regulation.